This is 2021, and we're new wees. I don't know.
We're new wees. That's our arm gesture.
I don't even know what you would call that. I don't know. Yuck. No, I really don't. It's like a good buddy.
Good buddy.
I don't know what you would call that arm gesture.
You just hug, man.
Elbow,
swoosh, strout.
Strout?
Huzzah. Strout? Is that what it is?
I think so.
Yeah, you know, when you strout.
Strout.
Oh, God. I'm trying to get all the sniffles out. All right.
It's cool.
No.
I feel like maybe we started this podcast when we were also sick last time. In the beginning.
I think so.
You know what? It's Florida, and we're just always sniffly.
That's very true.
Because Florida is like that.
That's why people do crazy shit in Florida all the time, because they're always sick and their allergies are driving them insane. So they're like, yeah, I want to throw a fucking alligator through the Wendy's drive-thru.
It's not really meth that we're on. We're just all on Sudafed.
We're not even cooking it into meth. It's just the Sudafed.
I'm pretty sure the government just doesn't even acknowledge the lists that come from Florida. They're like, we know. It's fine. It's fine. Do you? But I guess we should say, we never do this. Like, welcome. You're listening to It's All Gone Terribly Wrong. I was going to start with, oh shit, I do it every time. Absurdities, oddities, and obscenities. I wasn't sure we were going to keep that.
Oh my God, I love that you remember.
Absolutely. And
no, I think we should keep it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so with that.
Okay, good. Because when I was listening to it today, also the whole like, Rebecca, tell me a story. I like that too.
Damn. No, I'm just kidding. No, we could still do that. I was just curious, like what elements we wanted to keep and revise.
Right.
Because obviously, this is the third. Is it the third?
Third what?
Incarnation of the show. Like we have risen from the ashes like a phoenix.
Yes, that
for the third time.
Why is it the third time?
Well, because we revamped. Like we had the old intro and yada yada, and then we switched it up. We got a new intro, and we did away with a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
and then I took a leave of absence, and Michael kept my seat warm with his farts.
That I assume. Did. Lots of farts.
Thank you, Michael.
Farts. Maybe Michael will be a guest sometime.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
We can bid him adieu properly.
Adieu. Parting is such sweet sorrow. But y'all come back now. So, yeah. And then, so now this is the third version.
Yeah.
And
but wait, are we going to start having a new intro or?
No, we're going to keep the intro, right?
The intro, yeah.
We like that because
we do.
So who made the intro?
B. Scott Clarkson did.
Nice. We'll make sure that those are in the show notes each
definitely.
week.
Thank you very much, B, because, Rebecca loves it as well, and we are definitely going to keep that buddy around. And if you want to keep making us music in the future for other things, please do so.
Absolutely. I'm down for that.
And I'm going to make you listen to the podcast for you to know this. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to be like, hey, listen to this shit all the way through.
She sternly warns.
Yes.
So, and the graphic, who did the graphic again?
Creighton Ronso.
I knew that. I just wanted you to put that out there.
Yes. Thank you, Cray. Also, we'll have future updates with him too, because he's actually working on a nonprofit right now involved with art.
Oh, love that.
I should have more to elaborate on, but I really don't right now. It's still in the process, but you can't go wrong with Creighton Ronso and anything that he does. So
is that like a campaign poster? You can't go wrong with Creighton Ronso. You said the name, so I was just going with you, with your lead. That is his last name, right? Oh, okay. I see what happened. I'm sorry, and I have not even been drinking. Okay, well, nobody missed that.
We're off to a good start. Excellent. As you guys can see, we have definitely improved on all of our braining and whatnot.
Because words are still hard. Mm-hmm. Nothing has changed. In fact, it's 2021 and words are harder, I would say, now. because things
you
have
can't
changed.
say a lot of them.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to we'll go into a little bit more of that later, but other changes that will be coming into this new version of the podcast. But I wanted to. Start. I mean, pause, not start. The opposite. Did you have anything else to add for the intro, or can I kick it into the atmosphere, the gear of the atmosphere?
Do the stuff and the things, lady. Oh wait, hold on.
Yes.
All right, let's do this.
Oh my God, I love this so much. I'm glad you did that. Okay, well, I wanted to ask.
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you already. I just want to have a disclosure. What's the difference?
Both at the same time.
I've been sick. I don't sound this bad all the time, so hopefully next episode, real episode, this is kind of just to get you guys up to date with everything. But next time I won't sound like I'm dying.
For sure.
Or a nasally. I wanted to say nasally cat, but cats don't talk. I don't know. Cats are my life, and so I just associate everything with cats.
My cat talks, for sure. My cat gives me sass like you wouldn't believe.
Does it cuss you out?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Or
sometimes.
Louie? Both of them?
Louie cussed me out the other day.
Oh.
I don't know what happened. I gave him food and I was loving on him, and then I think he may have got hurt maybe a little bit. And so I touched a tender spot, and he immediately was like,
oh no.
That's basically fuck you,
Yeah. Fair enough.
And cat.
All right, carry on.
Well, I thought it would be nice to start off with a recap of our official episode 1. We started with the reason why we started the podcast. Mm-hmm. And
Ooh, I like this.
I know mine has been updated of why we started. Do you remember what you said?
No, actually.
Okay. Well, I said, and I'll tell you why.
I love, this is why Rebecca and I work, because she does her due diligence, and I just wing it sometimes.
I will do. Okay, we'll get back to that. Put a pin in that because we're coming back to
Putting a pin in it.
Okay, so in episode 1, we stated why we wanted to start the podcast. I said because I wanted to explore all of the messed up, or I think I said something about understanding all the messed up stuff that people do in this world. And I'm pretty sure that at that time in my head, it was more like murder and crazy serial killer kind of mindset, which I'm definitely veering off because, as we said earlier, I'm not sure if it was on or off mic, that the world is messed up in more ways than just murder and that kind of tragedy. So I'm hoping that I think we're both on the same track as far as it's all gone terribly wrong. Brand is more of the lighter hearted kind of oddities.
It's already all gone wrong, and so we want to make you feel better about it going
right.
wrong.
A little levity in that, you know? So we'll try not to get too dark, but I mean, if it's a good topic, we're going to cover it. But like I said, there's been some topics in the past that I kind of regret, and I'm sorry about that. So they may or may not exist for future listeners.
Yeah,
but
we may be taking a few things down.
If you have already listened to them, just accept this blanket apology for all of the culturally insensitivities that I have perpetrated. But I truly did not mean them from a mean-spirited place. And on that note, I then turned the mic to you and said, Jordan, why do you want to do this show? And you said, quote, because why the fuck not? End quote. What about you, Jordan? Why are you doing this podcast?
Because why the fuck not? That sounds about right.
And I said, yes, why the fuck not? So
excellent.
I guess the update for why I want to continue this podcast and why I'm so grateful that we're back together and that I'm here with you to like go into this new chapter is to explore the more eccentricities of our crazy messed up world. Yes. Versus the
sad,
tragic ones.
Because all of that is just so in your face right now. So
it really is.
We don't need to do that. I watch a lot of YouTube bullshit but it's still depressing to even go to like the home screen and see like the news and like just all the shit that's going on. And then, I mean, I get true crime being popular now. Like it's good in doses, but I definitely know that I also went down like a thing with that where I was like, okay, it's affecting me personally to the point where like I need to step away from this for a while, you know? So, yeah. Brighter days.
So does that sum up the reason why you want to continue this show?
Well, that and, you know, I fucking love you.
I fucking love you
and
too.
I love doing this with you.
This is one of the first sentences out of my mouth when we reunited. I said, I miss you. I miss this. I feel like I lost a piece of me.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And I have that back.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
And we had discussed this as well. Like, it was the worst breakup that I have ever gone through.
It was, I don't want to say divorce because I never signed the paperwork and I would have never,
Right.
I would have been like, no, bitch, I can't have you. No one can. But it was severe separation.
Yeah.
I don't remember what month I signed my divorce papers for my actual divorce, but I know that September was the worst month of my life.
Yeah.
September 2019. 2019? Yeah, because 2020 was fucked.
2019, yeah.
Yeah. Was not good.
Yeah, that was like the beginning. That was like the foreshadowing of 2020 for
Wasn't
us.
it? Wasn't it?
It really was.
And I kept thinking like, okay, I'm going to take this time between when I left the show to like January 1st, 2020. I was like, that's going to be my kickstart to like get over it, right? And like move on.
And then the world was like,
and then it just didn't. Yeah. It just was like, no. Mm-mm. So we went through like a full 1.5 year mourning period, I guess, for each other.
We really did. Yeah.
It's insane.
It is insane. I can't believe. Yeah, that's a long fucking time.
Truly.
But I think we've definitely both grown.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the world has grown. Like we were saying. Like,
yeah, that's so true.
Just listening to some past episodes, I was like, holy crap. You know, like, I mean, not to go back to the insensitivity that I definitely perpetrated, but like there was some stuff that we talked about that I don't think would be so easily discussed today.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
If that makes sense.
Nuka.
I hope this is on film. Nope, on audio.
Yeah. So I now have a dog named Nuka. If you play Fallout, it's in reference to Nuka-Cola. Anyways, he's in here right now. I guess we'll add a picture of him to the social medias.
Sweet little pillow.
Yeah, so follow all our social medias. Again, if you stopped or if you never started, you better do that. Anywho, he's in here. He is a boxer pit mix, and he snores real loud, and so he's sleeping right now, and he's snoring. So I apologize if y'all can hear that.
100%, Buddy snores a lot louder. Like,
dude,
it's
no,
crazy.
Jafar does too. Yeah, no, my cat definitely snores louder than this dog, but this dog snores pretty fucking loud.
It's adorable though, and he's not barking, so that's way better than barking.
Yeah, that's true.
He look at his little face. Like
He
what?
looks so confused.
I was dreaming a good dream.
I mean, at least
Did you need something?
he's partially laying on his bed.
I like a pillow. No, it's great. I enjoy the.
I also
way
bought him a new bed today, and he did not lay on it and laid on the floor next to it, but now he's using it as a gigantic pillow, like Rebecca said. So
I want to. It's hippie style.
this is true. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to get you off track.
No, I was just looking at. I have these. So like I said, I was listening to past episodes to gear up for this episode, which, by the way, I'm sure we said it before, but is a recap. It's kind of like just like a rewind, like a what you call it, a nostalgic look back on the previous 2 seasons or season and a half or however we did that.
Yeah.
Do we want to do seasons anymore, or you just want to put episodes out?
We'll just do, I don't know.
I say we just do episodes.
Let's just do episodes.
So we might get up to like 1,000 someday.
Yes.
Cool. So yeah, no more seasons. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I guess people still do seasons, but they still keep numbering them.
Welcome back, seasons. That was a hot minute.
I don't know. We're gonna wing it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna wing it.
Yep.
Let's. Oh yeah, we were gonna go back to the pin in the winging it. The pin in the wing.
The pin in the wing. Yeah.
So, in the past, I am so guilty of interrupting Jordan all the time, and bless her heart, she didn't say a word about it. And
I don't know, when you say "bless your heart," isn't that
no, you're right.
an insult?
That does sound bad. No, how would I say that?
Well, I knew in that moment it came from a good place, so it's fine.
Thank you, baby Jesus, dear
Sweet baby
sweet baby Jesus, Jesus. I said Jesus with the G, with both G's, 2 G's. That you did not, because I definitely did a lot of interrupting and it was not fun. But since then, since my departure, I've been diagnosed with ADHD, and impulsivity and interrupting and all that kind of stuff is definitely like strong. And I didn't even know, like, you guys, we were big on mental health before.
Yeah.
And I was not shy about telling people that I was on Wellbutrin for anxiety and depression. And I went to a new psychiatrist, because I for sure thought I had a different diagnosis than what she gave me. She gave me ADHD, and I was like, what? And then I looked it up, and I was like, holy crap. I guess I didn't even know what ADHD truly was.
I mean, I honestly, like, I've always been an advocate for mental health because I have bipolar disorder, but I didn't, like, I knew ADHD was a thing, obviously, with, like, I'm diagnosed with it somewhat, but to the extent that you have it to where you can be diagnosed with it from that, like, I've learned a lot from you because of that. And
I mean, I had to like look it up to be like, oh yeah, that's me. Oh yeah, yep, that checks out too. Checks out. So yeah, so now I have now I'm medicated. I feel like I'm under medicated now, but I just got a dose increase, so hopefully that will prevent me from interrupting you in the future.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, do you want me to start yelling at you?
Please do, because you know I did.
I'm gonna have a foghorn.
Oh yeah.
No, that would be awful.
No, that would be terrifying.
That would be awful.
That would be terrifying. But I mean, it's kind of like a swear jar that, Yeah.
Oh my God, I'd be so rich right now.
You would have massive amounts of money. But don't be shy, because I definitely wasn't shy with you. There's literally an episode where I was like, okay, I guess I'll laugh at my own joke, and you're like, okay, if I don't get it immediately. I was such a bitch. But so that reminds me of another little note that I have. The like, I was not good at speaking.
I wasn't,
not that I'm better now
either. I've trying to be more aware of it. God damn it. It's hard. It's hard to not use filler words.
Yeah. I can't promise that it's not going to happen, but I'm just aware of it now.
Yeah, I'm trying to be. I'm not. Yeah.
But literally I would say all of those in one sentence before even getting into the fact. Like, literally that's like a sentence that I've said multiple times.
Like,
direct quote from like 5 episodes.
Do you have the timestamps for those?
No, right? No need. Just pick an episode. They're in there. But see,
no, it's hard.
It's really hard.
We'll get better with that in time. And also, I know, like, you kind of you stop paying attention to it, but I was thinking about putting like a no.
That doesn't help. If it helps you,
it might. Every now and then, like, you look at it and it's like in bright color. I don't know. Put a bunch of cat pictures around it.
I will look at the cats, absolutely, and I will boop the shit out of their noses. But here's the thing, that reminds me of like all the sticky notes I have on my monitor at work.
See,
that get ignored.
Yeah, same.
So yeah, we could try that. I'm just saying, like, I'm aware of it.
Yeah,
and that's all I can do.
Likewise, yeah.
I'm
work
aware
with us, people.
Just work with it. You love it, live it. I don't know.
Die with it.
Die with it. Die of it. I'm just kidding. I'm aware of that as much as I'm aware of all the stuff that we said we were going to do and then did not do.
Yes,
We
that was
promised
a thing.
so much.
We did. No more. Okay, well, I was going to say no more empty promises, but that might be an empty promise in itself.
This is the promise that we promise to not promise anymore.
Yes.
And we won't make empty promises because we're not gonna promise you anything at all ever again.
I like that.
If you get something good, you get it.
Yeah. Be thankful.
You'll eat it and you'll be happy about it.
Yeah.
Because there's starving kids in China.
That's right.
And empty malls. That's a reference to an earlier episode.
On that note, I cussed way too much.
Are we not cussing anymore?
No, we're still cussing, but I feel like the F-bombs were on my end were a little excessive.
When I was listening back to it, I didn't notice it. I feel like...
Really?
Well, no, listen. I feel like when we started, we were very hyper...
Yeah, I feel like
aware
it was
of
more...
people in our current, like, actual sphere of influence hearing these things. But I guess I've gone through so much trauma in the last 2 to 3 years that I'm like, it is what it is, for me, at least. Like, this is how I talk. My sister hears this. My cousin hears this. You hear this. The only person that doesn't hear this is my mom, but she's never going to hear this podcast.
Right.
Unless it's on Mormon TV, which doubtful. They're really scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Burnham Young, can we have a radio station? No, like the college.
Oh, yeah.
Can we have a radio station at your college, please?
So that's actually a thing that they do. I remember, so I went home and we were watching a movie and it was on the Mormon channel, whatever it is. It's like a Mormon Netflix. And they basically just took a movie from the 80s or the early 90s and then just cut out the sex scene and called it, clean. And I'm like, but they didn't cut out the lead up or the like after. So I'm like, they definitely had sex. So like, what was the point of just cutting out the roll around in the sheets part?
To not like
encourage it,
make you all slippery.
I've the lead up in the well, I guess the next morning didn't work out so well for those folks, but yeah, the lead up was probably it was still awkward watching with the parents. So yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, true, fair enough.
They left that fun part in. Blah, blah, blah. What the hell?
I'm taking my bra off.
Do it.
It's unfortunate for you guys because in the future we are going to have YouTube videos again. We still have our YouTube channel, but you don't get to see me take my bra off right now.
At least not this episode.
Not that you can see anything anyway.
Like you still have the shirt on.
Yep.
And it's patterned, so you can't really even see make out a nipple or anything.
You couldn't even see the bra.
You couldn't see the bra?
I'm a pro.
One thing that has not changed is the PBR obsession.
Oh, yeah. No, that hasn't changed at all.
I walked into your room and there was like extra PBR stuff. And I was like,
girl, there is so much PBR stuff. Yeah.
I think I was going to come up with a PBR because I remember I used to do the like PBR, people will be rude.
Right. Yeah.
I was going to come up with another one. But
acronyms.
I didn't decide to do that, I guess. My brain was like, no.
That's fine.
Let's skip it. Because it's not going to continue on any further. So
also, I'm not burping into the mic anymore. I just felt the need to interject that because I just burped. And so if you guys heard it, I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. This is for you.
I hope I'm not eating the mic. I think I kind of am, but I don't know. That's how Joe Rogan does it.
No, you're good. You're supposed to eat it a little.
That's going to be fun. Blooper reel. Do you remember saying, okay, so now I'm going to get into a list of things that you said you wanted to do that we'll have to do.
Oh God, okay.
We now have to add this to a list of
There's
content
things that
potential.
I wanted to do.
Oh my God, yeah. You wanted to alligator wrestle.
Oh, I do want to do that.
So we're still, I guess we'll have to find room for that.
An alligator.
And noodling. You said it twice.
Oh dude, I want to noodle so fucking bad.
Okay, so explain the noodling for people who have never heard of this before.
Okay, so noodling is to you basically like wade in the water. You don't even wade. You kind of like swim around in shallow water and you find a hole and you stick your hand in the hole, and usually there's like big ass catfish, and you put your finger down there and they think the finger is like a worm or food, whatever. And so you're basically putting your entire hand down the catfish's throat to pull them out of the hole in the water, and you just catch the catfish on your hand, and it's incredible. But I don't know if this might be something I learned more recently. People don't noodle as much down here because we have alligator snapping turtles.
Oh, right.
And they'll eat your fingers.
You know what? You said that in one of the episodes that you were talking about
it's more of a northern thing. Like you got to go a little further up. That way you don't have to worry about, losing things.
That makes sense. We can make a trip.
Yeah.
We can take a trip.
And there's not alligators up there either. So you're not like swimming around with alligators. And I guess, I don't know if there's water moccasins up there. I imagine there are, but they're not in holes.
That I know of.
Yeah.
Not in any hole that I've ever been in. Not the fuck. Oh God, that was weird. That was so weird. So yeah, no, none of that has changed. Mm-hmm. We're still just as weird and awkward, and Jordan says stuff like "dabsolutely" or "booze and licks." Do you remember "booze and licks"?
Oh my God, booze and licks!
Both of those were T-shirts we were gonna make.
Yes,
"Dabsolutely" and "booze and licks."
Dude, there's another one that we were gonna make that was it was in episode 14. I was listening to it today. It was like "be proud of your crack."
What?
Yeah.
Which episode?
It's episode 14.
Did I not get to that one?
I talked about pineapples and you talked about the Tunguska.
The Russian meteor /
Yeah, that thing. Huzzah to Russia. Yeah.
And it was what? Do you remember the
I don't remember the phrase exactly. It was like, be proud of your crack or something.
Be proud of your crack.
Yeah, and we were going to make a t-shirt.
One of the little side facts or fun facts that I had saved up actually ties into the Tunguska episode. So a meteor exploded over Earth with the force of 10 atomic bombs, and everyone missed it. What? How do you do that? So I did not take all the notes, but this apparently happened, I think, over Russia as well, but it was like just directly over the atmosphere. So it like no one could tell that it did the thing. So isn't that fun? 10 atomic bombs.
That's crazy.
Right. But the fact that it was a meteor, right?
It was a meteor, right?
So why didn't we
meteorite?
Oh God! Oh my God! I do that all the time, and I never catch it. That's hilarious. It was a meteorite. No, it was a straight up meteor, right? But the fact that like, aren't we tracking that kind of stuff? Because this happened in 2018. It was December 18, 2018. Like, how did we not see that?
They covered it up.
Is massive conspiracy, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yikes. Yikes, though. Yikes. Speaking of Russia, your men are still hot.
Oh my God, your men are so hot.
But also intimidating, apparently, to me.
Wait, why are they intimidating?
I said that the last time we were talking about Russians. You? I was like, they're so intense. They intimidate me.
Oh, they're great. I spend days watching, like, This Is Russia videos of
That's
just
a thing?
like, yeah, just all the weird stuff that happens in Russia, and it is glorious.
It's glorious.
There's like people, like this one couple was like standing, they're like, like 14 floors up, and they're man, I should know all these things. Fuck.
I put you on the spot.
They're not condos. They have a certain term for it. And so they're in that, and it's like this couple and this other guy. They don't have like, I don't remember if they had a balcony, he basically just opened his window and like swung around outside of his window, like 14 floors up, and like knocked on their window to ask if he could like bum a cigarette. And they were like, "Nah, not again, leave us alone." And he's just like hanging there outside of the window, and they're like yelling at him, and he's still just like hanging like outside of the building. Russia's the best, man. They do the best things. There's another one where these 3 people are standing on like the river was frozen, but then it broke up, and so they're standing on this block of ice that's like going down the river. Like they basically were just like, well, we don't have a car, so we're just gonna jump on this and ride down the river on this
that's hardcore
block of ice. Right? And they were so chill about it. They're just like standing there hanging out, like
taking the frozen ferry.
Yeah, the frozen ferry. Yeah, pretty much. It's the Russian subway. Like,
right. Oh, I missed your call. I was on the frozen ferry.
Yeah, sorry.
That's crazy. Another fun fact that I had that should have actually gone into that Mormon bit that we were talking about is you're more likely to get a computer virus from visiting religious sites than porn sites.
Really?
Yeah, according to research from a security firm called Symantec, which I've heard of Symantec. I feel like I've used them somewhere. Religious websites carry 3 times more malware threats than pornography sites. So
watch more porn.
Stay away from those religious sites.
Pray less.
No Mormon Netflix.
No Mormon Netflix. Yeah. Oh my God. Nuka's on the bed all the way.
He finally figured it out.
Oh,
good for him.
Look at that little derp.
He's so sweet. Sweet little boy.
Sweet.
Do you remember saying how much you enjoy pickle quesadillas?
Oh, yeah, man. I still love pickled quesadillas.
They still sound disgusting, but please, again, explain what that is.
I feel like I just said pickled quesadillas, which also sound good, but no, pickle quesadillas. It's just It's pretty much the most, like, what is...
low-budget college food?
Yes. It's just tortilla and, like, the cheap Kraft cheese, and then... either like dill slices, or you can like chop a pickle up if you want to get real fancy, and you just throw that shit on there and you make a quesadilla.
I feel like that's
Nuka.
Well, welcome to the show.
I don't know if y'all heard that, but he just made a weird...
He's concerned about something outside the door.
Very concerned.
Hey, you, shush.
Nukes. Hey.
We're telling stories over here.
We're talking about pickles. This is very important.
I feel like pickle quesadillas are like when college kids want to make a fancy dinner for their date.
To impress them.
And ramen noodles are like, no, I'm nothing but the best for you, baby. I'm making you a pickle quesadilla.
Put a little garnish on top, just like some like chopped up scallions or something.
Oh, scallions! Now they're getting fancy.
Yeah.
They use Kraft cheese and like the cheapest pickles, but got to make sure they have those scallions.
Man,
got to make sure you buy the bundle of scallions for the 3 that you need. Yes. That's terrible. Well, you like weird food as much as I loved singing on this podcast.
Oh my God,
there was so much singing. Oh my God, that's painful. That was painful to re-listen to.
It was good. Do you have timestamps of that?
I don't, but there's
I'm gonna find them.
Just pick an episode.
Oh my gosh.
There's so much singing.
Yes.
If there was just an opportunity to bust into song, I took it like shamelessly, and I could break, like right now, my ADHD medicine is keeping me from busting into Garth Brooks' Shameless.
Can you just do it though? No, I think you need to.
Well, one, because I'm pretty sure Garth Brooks is really tight with his copyright stuff. That's why none of his stuff is on Spotify.
Can you just do a parody of it? Just like, yeah.
Because I'm Seamus O'Malley. Honey, I don't know. Shit. No. Okay, no, my voice is not country anymore. My voice doesn't have a prayer every time I see you standing there. Yes, that is Seamus. I kept wanting to say the actual words shameless. Seamus O'Malley, the Garth Brooks mashup. Oh my God, remember that time I said the Great Mall of China was like 5,000 square feet?
Yes.
I'm such an idiot.
No, you're not.
Like, my house is 1,200, so there's no way. I'm pretty sure I made the correction in the following episode, but
yeah,
just FYI, it is 6 million square feet. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with me? Oh my god, the biggest mall in China is like 5,000 square feet. It's massive. Oh my god, I was never good with facts.
Wait, I feel like,
I'm pretty sure we said in the beginning of this podcast, like episode 1, please don't use this as a source of news or like,
yeah, don't listen to this and write a book report on it.
This is not extensive
you still
research.
May want to, yeah.
To be doings. Oh my god. There was a lot of throat clearings, and there will still be a lot of clearings.
Sorry.
Clearings.
All the, yep.
Words are still hard. It's 2021. And the only other thing that I had was that an apology for all the useless history and details that I gave to begin my stories. There were so many times where I'm like, wow, there was like, I just led. Okay, say I'm talking about an area, right? And I just give like all this massive history that has nothing to do with what the actual like event or story or whatever is. And I'm like, I don't know why I did that. I had no clue why I gave so much. There were like, who was it? Norman Mailer. I gave a lot of his background before I even.
That was good though, because I didn't know who he was or anything.
I still think I should have introduced the point of the story a lot sooner, because there was like a solid 5 minutes of history of him before I don't know, I went listening back to it, I was like, and what's the big deal here? Like, get to it, lady, is what I was telling myself.
I think that was still good, it was still relevant, and we were still learning stuff.
Yeah, I feel like my apology is mostly like no, I'm not gonna promise you anything, because that's not what we do. We don't keep our promises.
We don't keep promises here.
I'm gonna try though. I'm gonna try to craft the story a little better. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. I'm aware of it.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. I'm gonna hit you with another fun fact if I can find one. Fun find one. Oh, the best one.
Yes.
Almost 163,000 pints of Guinness are wasted in facial hair each year.
Huh?
Exactly.
Wait. Oh, like people drink the Guinness and then it like gets in their beard and so it doesn't get drank?
Yes. An actual research study commissioned by Guinness found that an estimated 162,719 pints of Irish stout go to waste every year via mustache or beard. And that's all I had. I'm getting a lot of these from the article by Best Life, or on bestlife.com. Nope, bestlifeonline.com. There's like an article that I'm not going to be doing this forever more, but I think I will link this because I've literally said these verbatim.
Yeah.
So
no, that'll be good. That's kind of crazy that they even implemented that research.
Right? They were so curious. Like, how much of our beer is actually getting drank by these bearded men?
It's like they just drink it and then they like just take all the beer, they like drain it out like a sponge. Yeah.
Yes. You know, they should just put a scrunchie on it to catch it all.
Oh my God.
Just put it's like a Guinness scrunchie.
Okay. Yep. It's a thing. We are copywriting it. It's going to be like a beer saver for your beard and
trademarked.
Yep. I don't know how it's going to be a thing, but we're going to
figure it out. No one do anything with their beards, okay?
Figure it out.
You know how we were so obsessed with butts and poop?
Still obsessed with butts.
Yes. If you haven't,
not poop, but
I mean, we talked about poop a lot.
We talked about poop the like within the first 30 minutes, I think, of us when we first started. That first night we hung out.
Yes. Oh, yes. Of our actual like friendship. Yes.
Yeah.
That was like one of the.
No, like when we. Yes, of our actual friendship, but then when we met up recently for the first time, yeah, we did as well.
We talked about poop again, but yeah,
it's important. You got to stay regular to stay happy, folks.
It's so true. And the older I get, the more true. I just didn't realize, like, I knew towards the end of it, we were poop heavy and like butts heavy. That didn't come out right. But going back through the episodes, I was like, damn, we did talk about poop all the time. All the time. Poops and farts and butts and whatever. By the way, if you haven't listened to Butts, it's a shit show. That's one of our mutually favorite episodes.
Which makes me want to bring up the quote that you had.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
But it's going to take me a second to get
No problem.
to it.
While you're pulling that up, I can tell you that scientists discovered an organism with a disappearing butt. It's
Go on.
It's called a comb jelly, also known as the warty comb jelly, sea walnut, or something in Latin, the Latin name that I will not pronounce.
Okay.
Speaking of pronunciations, we're probably going to avoid as many as possible.
Yes.
It has a disappearing butt. And I can't, I didn't do the whole article, but I know there's a quote in there, something about a vanishing anus. And I was like,
what?
I just love that term, vanishing anus. So if you want more information about the comb jelly with its disappearing butthole, check out that bestlifeonline.com article in the show notes. Is that me? That doesn't even look like me.
Yeah, that's you. Here's the quote. I can't trust a man that doesn't fart.
If you're in a relationship, does it, like, being able to fart in front of each other, does that, like, mark, like, a certain, like, milestone in the relationship?
I hope to never hear any of the people I sleep with fart.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's when you know you're, like, comfortable with each other.
Yeah, I guess so.
Didn't
but it's not
you,
like an intentional
one
thing.
day say,
I
I'll
can't
never
trust a man who doesn't fart.
Yeah.
I want to know that he does, but not be exposed to it. Oh, true. I stand by that comment. I
know. Actually, I listened. Yeah, that was in episode 14 as well. Insert clip at some point. And you went further into it. You said you didn't want to hear them fart in person, but you wanted to know that they farted.
Right. Because, like...
But how do you know?
Well, because you could still hear it, but I want them to make the effort to go into another room, you know? Or apologize, like, don't do it all the time. So recently I just had a conversation with somebody about, well, it was not really a conversation, it was a witty comment where, like, farting in bed. I'm like, everybody farts in bed. And in fact, one of our episodes, I talk about how my ex-husband literally told me that I let it all out at night. Like, okay, great. Good to know.
I feel like most people do. I thought when you said farting in bed, I thought you were like
Dutch oven?
I mean, that too, I guess. No, like as far as like while you're like
awake
mid-coitus.
Oh, God.
Like, if you fart.
Oh man, don't wish that evil upon me, because now I feel like
I'm not. No, you won't. It's fine. I worry about it though.
Knock on wood. That never happens. Oh, that'll be fun to hear how loud that was on the microphone.
It doesn't look like it spiked though.
That's good. So there's another fun fact. Children of identical twins are genetically siblings, not cousins. Get it? So like if you and your sister were identical twins, your kids would also be siblings, not cousins.
Huh.
I don't know how that works because I'm not a scientist, but cousins whose parents are identical twins share 25% of their DNA instead of the usual 12.5%. While full siblings share 50% of their DNA, half siblings share 25%. So I guess they would be half siblings versus cousins.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Huh.
I don't know anybody like that though. I don't know any twins that have... I don't know any twins, do I?
Yeah, I was going to say, do I know
kids?
any twins?
I knew some twins in elementary school. Like there's a weird amount of, you know what? Now it's not weird so much anymore now that I know the area. But when I lived in Salem, my school had a really high rate of twins, like 3 in my grade. And I know that there was another set or several. That's a lot for...
That is a lot.
But I'm thinking because of that area, they were probably like more advanced in the in vitro fertilization and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure, or like the hormones and drugs and stuff like that, that help you carry. I'm pretty sure that anytime you like get assistance with pregnancy, that like increases your chances of having twins. So I'm pretty sure that that's what's up with that. It's another picture of... What is your name, sir?
Sir, you sleeping on the ground on that pillow thing. Sir?
Hello.
His name's Nuka.
Nuki.
Nuka-Cola.
I'm going to call him Nuki because I'm sure that Michael will hate that. So I'm going to keep doing it because it's annoying.
Do it.
I choose not to call people by their proper name, except for you. I mean, I always call you Jordan, so I don't know, like, but like a lot of other people, I refuse to call them like their actual name.
So should I take that as a compliment?
I don't even know, man. I really don't. I don't know how you should take that. Just you take it.
I will take. Mm-hmm.
You take it so good.
Yeah.
You take it so hard.
Oh.
We went weird. We went weird again. Do you have other thoughts and suggestions and things? Because I have one final fun fact, and that's about all I got.
And I saved that then. No, I don't have much per usual. I just wanted to touch base on, I did the Elisa Lamb story.
Oh, yeah.
And the Cecil Hotel, and now there's the Netflix documentary out called The Vanishing at Cecil Hotel.
Right.
And it's really good. So
I've yet to see it, so I'm definitely going to watch it before the next episode that we record.
yeah, I liked it. They didn't. Well, shit. I don't. I don't know if I can speak on it as much as I thought I could because I don't think I finished it.
Nice.
We kind of
No, there's one podcast that I listen to, and they cover books, but then they're often saying, "Well, I didn't finish the book." Okay.
Because I think we went into like mental illness a lot on that one, and her not taking her meds. But they had a bunch of other theories that were kind of good, and just the way that the clientele was and everything.
I feel like you covered a lot of the theories, but we leaned heavily towards the mental
illness. Yeah, and I still lean toward that, but it was interesting, like the way the clientele kind of kept it hush hush and didn't really go into it. And maybe we can touch base on that again next week. But
I was gonna say, did you?
I should probably finish it.
Did they talk about the elevator game?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Everyone knows. Apparently, there's like a huge group of people that
fully invest in that?
Yeah.
Really?
Just in the whole situation that watched the elevator game video and
but you and I
went
said,
and visited the hotel and everything.
You and I both agreed that like it just looked like she was hitting all the numbers like out. Like they were in no specific order. It was just run down.
Yeah.
Do you still feel that way?
Yeah.
So we stand by our statement?
There's still some weird conspiracy theories about that. Fuck me, man. I need to pay attention to things more. I feel like I like pay attention to things on the surface like half-assedly and don't actually like retain any information.
No problem.
But most of the time it's because I'm also doing other things while I'm watching it, and so I'm not like fully like invested in that. I'm doing other things as well, and so I'm not like entirely paying attention. I have a hard time with that.
Radio is getting a big comeback, or podcasts and radio and broadcasts in general, because people like to do other things.
Yeah. And
so you can't do that. I find myself choosing radio or podcasts over television sometimes because I just want to shut my eyes, because I'm staring at a screen all day long,
Yes, that exactly.
Or I have other stuff to do.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
So we're really on brand here.
Yeah.
And on target. We're
listen to our sweet, sultry voices while you fall asleep and we talk about poop.
Poop and farts and more poops.
And more farts.
And the farts of the poop. poops. And the poops of the farts. Oh, God.
The other thing I was going to say is that you covered that episode on bridges not being reliable.
That was our sample episode.
Was that our sample episode?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. And I had never watched Mothman Prophecies before that. I might have said that I watched it in that episode. I don't know. But I hadn't.
I can't remember if you said you did or did not, but you did make a point of saying one of those two things that you had
Totally saw that, man.
did or did not.
And I may have seen it, but I definitely didn't like really remember it as it goes. So it goes. That's
As time goes by.
story in itself. But
What? Wait, what?
Yeah, no, we'll put a pin in that.
Okay.
I'll make a note.
Yes,
so I
make
don't
the note.
forget. Yeah, I more recently watched it like just a few months ago. That movie's fucking good, dude.
Right?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I've been going back and watching all that, all that shit. Like, Silence of the Lambs is my fucking jam and has been for a really long time. That's like Creighton and I's thing. We have death moth tattoos. Also, I liked death moths before it was cool. Just saying.
Humble brag.
Humble brag. That was the other in episode 14. I covered pineapples. Such a fucking asshole. I covered pineapples because pineapples got popular, and I was like, I liked pineapples before it was cool. I have a pineapple tattoo, and I didn't even think about that. I'm literally doing the same thing. I'm like,
What's wrong with that?
death moth tattoo. I liked them before they were cool.
It's like I liked the band before they got famous.
Yeah, exactly. Which is like that was like the thing for like hipsters to say.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, man, that shit's my jam. But they came out, did you see they came out with a new show? It's called Clarice.
Yeah. I haven't watched it yet.
I have really enjoyed it. It got a lot of bad reviews, but I thought it was really good. And I don't really follow many, like, I'm not good at remembering. I have facial blindness.
What?
Yeah. So
What?
I don't remember actors and actresses.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know who the girl is that plays Clarice in it, but I think she does a damn good job at it.
Okay. There's a lot of shows that get really shitty reviews, and either they hang on with the support of their hardcore group, or they don't. They fade away. So I can't remember. I'm putting myself on the spot trying to think of like naming one, but I'm drawing blanks right now. But there's been plenty of shows that I'm like, oh man, this got like really shitty reviews, but I really liked it.
I feel like you can never let that, because I always look at the reviews, but I never let that sway me. You still have to go in with an open mind, because like you have to base it on your own personal opinion,
Yeah.
If you like it, you like it, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I just thought of one, and it's like super nerdy, but like, okay, don't hate me if you're a Trekkie, because this is probably an unpopular opinion in that world, but like Star Trek Enterprise with Scott Bakula, like at first I wanted to hate it because everybody else said it was garbage, but then I was like, I actually really like this.
It. Yeah,
and I wanted to hate the character T'Pol because like she was the gratuitous sex symbol, and they like made sure to show her vagina and her nipples as much as possible.
Wait, they showed her vagina?
I mean, pretty much like the way the way they did
like a
Deanna
low
Troy
cut, yeah,
not low cut, but like super tight. Like there was lots of camel toe and all that kind of stuff.
I see. Okay,
Right, and they even like legitimately did like the whole like white sheet, and she's changing behind it, and you can definitely see her nipples. So look for that episode.
Ooh.
But like I really wanted to hate her character because of that, but she's fantastic. I don't freaking remember the actress's name, but she's actually really good.
Oh.
And T'Pol is one of my favorite characters on that series.
Yes, dude. Yeah.
So like, yeah, Enterprise would be one of those shows that got shit reviews, but was actually, in my opinion,
And I feel
really
like that's another unfortunate thing now these days. Like, people review everything, and so everyone just like bases their opinions on the review. Like, you can't do that. Like, watch it for yourself, and then like what you like. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I try to give like a show,
Screw other people's opinions.
if it like initially caught me, like, and I'm like, I stumbled across whatever, something about it made me say, I want to give that a try. I will actually try and give it like an episode or two
Yeah.
on my own.
Yeah.
And try to disregard other people's reviews. But to bring that back to our podcast, we're always asking about people reviewing our stuff, and like we were asking for a lot, like rate, review, subscribe.
Well, I mean, that's what
interact
you
and
do. It's
pay us on Patreon.
What you want? It's not even. I mean, shit. Y'all don't even have to pay us, but I mean, reviews are nice. We want feedback. We want to know like what sucks about it. You know, don't tell us to go kill ourselves, but I mean, a lot of people say shit like that. But, you know, tell us what we can do better and what we're doing right.
Yeah.
That's how people grow, you know?
Right. But my thing was that we were doing it. Sorry, let me just correct it, because it wasn't
abrasive.
It wasn't even it was mostly me. I feel like I interjected it every chance I got to like just say those things. So for me, I'm probably not going to ask unless you remind me to say something.
I'm going to ask.
You ask, because I'm not. I just assume that people know this podcast drill now.
No, and I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, people totally know the drill. And so I guess at this point, I don't know if it's beneficial to say things like that or not, but I guess like as a light reminder every now and then.
Sure.
But you make a good point. Everyone knows.
That's how podcasts survive.
Do the stuff.
Do the things that everybody else is asking.
And the stuff, people.
The things and the stuff and the... Oh, see, I did it again. I did the Bill Cosby, and that was not okay. It was not okay the first time I did it.
Would have known it was Bill Cosby.
Everybody. I nailed that impersonation.
No. Did you?
How rude.
Did you, though?
How rude. Everyone would have gotten that.
You're snort.
Oh my God. Okay, so we're gonna just barely remind you. Go ahead.
Yeah, barely remind you to do the things and the stuff.
What about our extra content? We discussed it a little bit last night. What did we decide on our extra content and how that's going to be applied to the podcast?
Oh, we're not. Oh no. Okay, so we're doing this bi-weekly right now, and eventually once we get the wheels turning more, we are going to do plus episodes. So if you guys can't live without us for a week,
hell yeah,
then you can pay monies or send us things.
Yeah. We'll make it reasonable for sure.
Yeah. And then you can get an extra episode in between the bi-weeklies that will maybe be shorter. I don't know. You get an extra episode.
Right. Well, we're working on the logistics of that, but that's our goal, is to kind of like incentivize, if you're going to be sending us money, unprovoked, I guess. We're gonna unprovoked. That doesn't sound right. That's probably not what I'm trying to say, but we'll make sure that you get content, and I think you said something about merch as well. So, but well, so that's like our goal. Like that's our only goal right now,
or something. Yeah,
is to get this ball rolling with the bi-weeklies. So that's for sure, and then additional content to come.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Noise. Oh,
and I'm going to take the pen out of that. We were saying the So It Goes. I was saying the So It Goes thing. Did you? So it's a Kurt Vonnegut thing, Slaughterhouse-Five.
Oh, see, yeah, no, I never. I know of the man. I know of his work, but I don't know much more than that.
So that book is amazing, but it's very sad. Well, yeah, it's real. But I love that quote because he says it at the end of like everything in regard to death. It's like this and this happened and these people died.
And so
it goes. And so it's basically him being like, sometimes you just have to accept death. Like it's part of your life.
Yeah. Okay.
And I wanted to get it as a tramp stamp.
Oh my God.
I don't know if that phrase is that even acceptable to say
tramp
anymore.
Stamp. That's so offensive to tramps, to those hobos hustling the railroads.
Hobos is not an acceptable word anymore.
They were called tramps before that, though. That's the actual.
Yeah.
That's the actual origin of tramp.
Yeah. No.
Not Panama City girls. I mean, not the ones who live in Panama City. The ones that you from out of town that visit. You know the ones I'm talking about.
I know. Yeah, no, lower. So lower back tattoo. so it goes. And I didn't think about the other.
So, like, if you went to,
Speaking of tramps.
right? Wow, what message are you sending there?
So I'm trying to find another place to put it on my body now, but
I'm a fan of like the inner arm tattoos
so
along
it
the rib
goes somewhere. Yeah.
The rib might be nice.
I just still think the lower back is hilarious now.
It's hilarious, but think about it 20 years from now. Like, how hilarious will
It'll
it be?
be fine. It'll be fine.
You know, I have commitment issues with tattoos for sure.
Oh no, man. I love me all my tattoos, and if someone doesn't like them, then they can piss off.
So speaking of tattoos, I told Hanani, our mutual friend from work, I was like, he asked me a question and I answered it, and I was like, BT-dub, Jordan and I are friends again. And he's like, cool, so butt tattoos are back on?
I love that he remembered that.
I know, right?
I was hoping that's where you were going.
I was like so surprised. I was like, I can't believe that's the one thing you remembered.
Of course, that would be the one thing he remembered.
Butt tattoos.
Dude, I'm all about some butt tattoos.
I'm not against the butt tattoos. I think we were trying to get something matching, but I don't know. Were we? I don't even remember what we discussed. But and like so and so and
Butts.
it's a shit show. But butt tattoos. Those butt tattoos.
Butt tattoos.
So yeah, butt tattoos eventually.
Yes, that will happen. I know some people. I got a guy.
I got a guy.
He's really good. We could go to him.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll play it by ear.
Or by butt.
Or by butt. We'll play it by butt.
That was a butt. Play butt. Nice. Okay. So we had a thing called Beer and Weird. I'm not even sure what that was or what it was going to be. Do you remember?
No.
Me neither.
I remember.
I just like it.
I remember the name, but I don't remember more than that.
All I'm asking is, like, I don't know what we were going to use that for, but can we incorporate Beer and Weird somewhere?
Was that when we were going to post videos of stuff, of us doing stuff?
I honestly have no clue. But
we don't have an OnlyFans, and we will never have an OnlyFans.
I just learned what this is, what this OnlyFans is. And I think I keep calling it Only Friends. And
Only Friends, yeah.
Only my friends.
I mean, it's
sort of, yeah.
It's like, we're only going to be friends. You can look at me on the interwebs, but we're just going to be friends, if even that.
I mean, we can make it. We can make one.
We're not making it.
But it will not be sexual in nature. It will just be us.
Yeah, I guess really it is.
Do you want to watch us watching a movie?
Yeah.
And like pigging out? We'll eat pizza.
Oh my God.
Eat ice cream.
I have to burp. Okay. Edit that out. Note to self. No, we should totally do an OnlyFans of just us doing shit like that.
Or like watching us record the recording. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we could play around with that.
We could make it work.
We could play around with that.
We could not wear shoes and just have like close-ups of our feet while we're watching movies.
I'm so self-conscious about my feet.
Dude, people like feet.
I know, but I'm so self-conscious about my feet. And now that I'm saying that out loud, people are like,
oh my God, no, stop. There are going to be people out there that just want to like fucking praise your feet.
Weird. Weirdos.
Don't feet shame people.
That's the weird with our Beer and Weird.
Feet?
Because the thing we were going to call it Beer and Weird? Yeah. We'll bring the beer, you bring the weird. Oh my God. Yes. Let's make that a t-shirt. We'll bring the beer, you bring the weird. Or vice versa.
We already have shirt ideas again.
Because our show is weird. You bring the beer, we'll bring the weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Oh, wait. You drink beer while you listen to us being weird.
No, you bring us beer.
Oh.
That is a command.
Oh, bring us beer.
And in exchange, we will bring the weird.
Okay.
We about to get weird up in here. Real weird. I like it. So Beer and Weird is the thing. We might have a only fans. I keep wanting to say only friends. Only my friends can see this. An OnlyFans page or whatever the hell it is. I'm so not with this 22nd century here. What century are we in? 21st?
Rebecca didn't know who PewDiePie was.
I still am not clear. I mean, I know a little bit more than I did 24 hours ago.
Honestly, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
Listen, I don't social media. So if you're going to try and stalk me on any of the social media platforms,
Just
I'm
stalk
not
me
there.
Instead. Stalk me
You're going to
instead.
have to, you get Jordan and you're going to like it.
Yep. Sucks to suck.
Oh, yeah. I loved when you said that. I meant to write that down. Yeah, I have no social media. I don't pay attention to the news. And I always get not people, but like certain people always ask me like, well, how come you don't know about this? And I'm like, well, I don't listen to the news. Here's a fun story. And I know we're a little bit over, but there's some space
we're going to cut a bunch of shit out. So it's fine.
Fun story. I recently went back to Texas to visit my family after like years. It'd been like 3 or 4 years since I had been back to Texas. So I told a friend, hey, I'm going to Texas. And he said, are you going to be bringing them supplies? And I said, why? Why would I be bringing them supplies?
Oh, no.
And then he was like, because of the ice storm. And I was like, okay. And he was like, because the entire state is out without power.
Really don't listen to any news.
And I was like, I was like, oh, okay. The entire state of Texas is without power. Okay. And so I started Googling it and I put entire state of Texas and it autofilled was without power. And I was like, oh damn.
No.
Oh, damn, Texas. I mean, like for real, but the whole state, like what's up with that? Okay. So I cut to me like 2 seconds later, texting my family, are you okay? Do you need anything? And everybody was like, yeah, that was last week. So thanks for your support. It gets better. So I was talking to my mom later on and I was like, you can reach out to me if I don't listen to the news or like pay attention to stuff. So if you need anything, you reach out to me. If I haven't contacted you, you reach out to me. And she's like, okay, well, what could you have done? And I was like, I don't know, send you stuff. I don't know, like get you a heater. And she was like, for what? There's no electricity. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. Yeah, I'm an idiot. You birthed me. You're true. I don't know. Send you some money. I don't know what I would have tried.
Send some logs.
I would have sent.
And like a fire starter.
No, because wood is expensive.
Oh my God, it is right now. No, that's fucking crazy.
It's insane. And I keep waiting for it to go down because I want a privacy fence.
Yeah, no, it's insane. It's so insane.
Insane in the membrane.
Insane in the membrane.
I know my ADHD medicine is working because 7 times tonight, opportunity to sing has come through, and I did not take it.
There's nothing wrong with doing.
Oh, there was so much wrong. Was
there though?
Okay, maybe occasionally.
I'm not trying to enable you, but
You're an instigator. There was just too much of it, and I apologize. If we don't go through and edit the crap out of our previous episodes, I just a blanket apology for the cultural insensitivities and the a massive amount of singing and likes and so's.
Yeah, God damn it.
Exactly.
I apologize for all of that as well, though. We have definitely grown as people.
Well, I mean...
No, we have. And that's why, well, it bums me out because, like, cancel culture is such a big
going
thing
back
now.
to that. Yes, okay,
Cancel culture, yeah. So, like, more fillers. God damn it.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, we have definitely not grown in the vocabulary context, but
right.
But yes, as culturally sensitive
as far as
people,
that goes, yes, we have, and it's kind of a bummer that people try and put cancel culture on people from things that happen years and years ago, because people do grow, and the reason why things are the way they are now is because people are bringing attention to it, which educates other people,
right?
And so it makes us better as a whole. And so I don't think it's fair that we go back and pick through things from other people and give them grief for it and feel like we need to cancel them because of that, because everyone's fucking growing. People are growing all the time. That's that's how we are. Like,
That's evolution.
that's how we're better now. Yeah. Like,
I agree.
everyone's learned from it. And so it shouldn't necessarily be a thing. If the person's the same way, then yeah. But if they haven't done something recently, then it's not necessarily fair.
Right.
Because not all of that had been brought to light at that point.
Right. No, I totally agree. I mean, if you know us as individuals, like if you for real know us, like you're an actual friend or family member,
Yeah.
you know our hearts, you know where we're at. And I'm still kind of confused where the line is from cultural appreciation and cultural appropriation. So like I shred the line, and I hear it in the past episodes that I've or even in memories that I can think of, but like it's really coming from a place of love. Like I appreciate the crap out of cultures,
Yeah.
I have I like to say that I have like a 23rd century mindset, like in my head, like my best friend is an alien from another planet. So like you can't get much more multicultural than that.
Right.
So my first crush was Worf from Star Trek. I mean, let's just put this into context.
Well, and I think part of this podcast and the reason why we're so interested in everything is because we're curious about other cultures and we want to learn about them, and we've never tried to be insensitive to anything, but we also weren't educated on certain things. And so again, we're growing.
Yeah.
And we're learning more. And as a result of that, we hope also that as we continue this, that y'all are growing as well.
Right. Yeah, definitely. There's going to be, that line is always going to move. It's going to move back and forth.
Exactly.
And we may run right up to it at some points, but
yeah,
don't be afraid to tell us, hey, guys, chill out a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, please.
Leave Japan alone.
Correct us.
For God's sake.
Correct us when we're wrong, but know that it's never intentional. We're not trying to be assholes.
Yeah. Well, did you have anything else to add? Did I have one more fact? I think I did. Oh, yeah. I have one more fact. So if you want to...
Oh, wait. Can we touch base on one more thing?
Yeah.
Are you...
Yeah.
I knew this might be an episode in itself. Nuka, go lay down. Britney Spears.
What? I was not expecting that. It's still a thing?
Okay, so you haven't...
Is it the... So I almost broke the shit. Is it her, I might be being held hostage and sending you signs through my clothing?
The thing. What is the thing called? God damn it.
Was I close? Because I've only heard bits and pieces of that. Through other podcasts, I've only heard it mentioned.
So Britney Spears' conservatorship, it's when, as an adult, you're deemed unable to take care of yourself and your assets. And so another adult basically gets ruled in court to be able to take over everything from you. And so they're controlling all of it. And so Britney Spears' father was granted that years and years ago and still has it.
When she shaved her head, right?
Yeah, when she was going through all that. And there's a documentary about it now. It's called Framing Britney Spears. It's part of a series that I think the New York Times did. It's basically about that. So she posts just really bizarre things on her social media. And it's just what is going on with this woman? Is she trying to send people signs? And I guess that's been a thing for a little while now. People were worried about Howie Mandel for a while.
Really?
And asking the same thing. They thought someone broke into his house and was were holding him hostage. But with Britney Spears, they didn't think Howie Mandel had a conservatorship. But with Britney Spears, she does. And they're still worried that they think that her dad is essentially holding her hostage, or someone is, and just not letting her control essentially any of her life. But all the posts that she makes on Instagram are really weird. She's been she keeps recently, there's actually a podcast solely about this.
Wow.
It kind of breaks down all of her Instagram posts. And it's just basically about like, is something more going on that we don't know about? But if you look at, I'll show you some later, but she like posted a picture of like a refrigerator that was red and said red, and that was it. She's like posting stuff about like being the color red, and then like the videos she posts of her, like, it's just like she looks really disoriented, and she's like just dancing in her videos, and it's like, as a full-grown woman, like, is it her being off, or is it more the fact that she's been secluded and kept away from everything else, and so she doesn't know how to act anymore? And so they put this documentary out, and now they're acting like, you know, there's a lot more to it. Like, people haven't been able to get in touch with her.
Really?
Yeah.
That was my first question. Like,
right.
Has anybody like knocked on her door and be like, "Hey, Brittany, how's it going?"
Well, supposedly
Blink twice
they
if you
have
need
at this point. Supposedly she like did a press release and said she was upset about it. But there's still like a bunch of questions, just because the things that she posts versus what is quote unquote released from her are like totally different. So it's just weird. It's like people haven't seen her out in the world in a while as like who she is as a human. I don't know. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm not describing this well. Yeah, there's a lot of
controversy.
Yeah, people just like questioning like what's actually going on with her, and is she in a safe environment? Is she being taken care of, or is she getting worse because of the environment she's in? Right. Essentially.
I mean, I can see all of those things happening, you know?
Yeah.
And I also have that one video, or I guess it could be a GIF or whatever now. It was like, "Leave Brittany alone." That guy, do you remember him?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
It was a long time ago, but I'm sure people are using it.
Kind of stands now, yeah.
Leave her alone. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I never hated Britney Spears, never had anything against her, and I hope she's doing well. I mean, I hope but yeah, I can see all points presented, how they might be valid, you know? I mean, the rich are strange folks anyway. I mean, because money does something to you.
It does. It absolutely does. Yeah.
And then also the fact that she's been wealthy and famous from childhood.
Yes.
You know, like,
and then it seems like she kind of just got pulled out of the limelight, and now it's like, well, what is she doing?
The field of work that she does requires her to remain relevant. You know, like it's just bred into you from a young age. So
the whole thing's very odd.
I don't know. It reminds me of Pamela Anderson. I rarely read the news. Like, I don't pay attention to the news, but rarely some headline grabs me enough to like when I Google something or whatever, a headline pops up and I'm like, okay, now I got to click on that. So apparently Pamela Anderson just married her carpenter dude or whatever, some guy that she hired to fix up her house. Well, he was still married at the time that they met. So yeah, now the wife is like, "Pamela Anderson stole my husband." Oh, the reason that was relevant to your story is because they made like some awkward TV appearance or interview appearance or something, but they were like in her bed because of social distancing or whatever. It was like a tele interview or whatever, and they were both in her bed, like as if they had just finished
post-coitus.
Yes, post-coitus. And yeah, you know, that's so funny. Another tangent, because that happens all the time on this show. I used to think it was quitus interruptus instead of coitus interruptus, but it makes sense. I was like, you know, because you quit. I remember saying it like so sincerely, like, you know, quitus interruptus, because I know Latin.
Yeah.
I took like half a semester of Latin in like 9th grade. It's funny. I actually did. I took half a semester of Latin. And then I was like, "Ugh, this is hard. I don't like this." And then I joined the German club.
Oh God!
I wasn't even taking German, but there was a hot guy. My friend Hope was in it, but there was a cute guy named Orlando. Orlando, I don't remember your last name, but if
you don't need to give his last name.
But if you're listening to this podcast, unlikely. I thought you were cute, but I never said anything to you. I just stared at you.
Oh, Orlando.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. Did you have one more fun fact?
Oh, yeah. We'll end on the fun fact.
Yeah.
All right. So, the inventor of the Pringles can is now buried in one.
No.
Yeah. In 1966, Frederick Bauer developed the ingenious idea for Procter and Gamble to uniformly stack chips inside the can. And so it was in his, I did not choose to collect the rest of that article, but from memory. So it was in his like last will and testament to have himself buried in a Pringles. So they made it like a special one for him. So he's buried in a Pringles can. It reminded me of all the things you wanted me to do for you for your funeral, which I did not write down. That was one of the things I meant to write like notes on, but I just gave up.
That's fine.
But yeah, if you listen to our past episodes, Jordan made a lot of demands for her afterlife.
Was that the episode about
several episodes?
Oh,
over several episodes, you made different.
That's
demands.
kind of morbid. It sounded like I was like planning for it.
Somewhere I have a list. I know I started a list somewhere.
I know you did. Yeah, because I remember you
like,
writing
all
it
right,
down.
what else does Jordan want?
God
She wants a parade. She wants.
Bitch is so high maintenance when she died.
Right? Like I don't even know if I. So Patreon. No, I was kidding. We'll just have a special tier for paying for Jordan's
Funeral
expenses.
All of the requests. Yeah.
Oh my God, is she dying? Yes.
At this time, yes.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, exactly.
Or what are those videos that you were showing me of people who die in their face or something like that?
Oh.
What is it called?
Oh no, that went a totally different direction. When people die inside the YouTube videos, when people are like super upset about something.
Yes.
I
love that look. That's a
like
special,
my life. I feel like that
look.
happens to me on a daily basis. I die inside.
A little bit every day. On that note, should we wrap this bad boy up?
Yeah, I feel like I'm losing my voice.
That's fine. I have stuff to do in the morning. I need to get up and get some proper sleep.
What is our
Until the next time, it all goes terribly wrong.
I'm Jordan Stock.
And I'm Rebecca Carlson. And
we're sorry.